Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. We are ready to roll for the morning. We are in the LEAP competition on TradingView. We have our evals up and our funded accounts up, uh, ready to go for the morning. So do me a favor, like the stream, uh, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you got any questions about my trading, throw it in the chat. Um, So I will do my best to keep up with chat this morning. Um, I kind of need a third monitor here with my setup to uh, keep good track of that, but I'll do my best with what I have at the moment. So um, let's get to it. So I have my funded accounts on the left. I am in a short on oil on my uh, eval accounts. And off to the side, I have a short on gold for um, the leap competition. Currently up $600 in profit on gold. Looking for us to break to the downside here. Head back a little closer to the 4100 level. Mm. Just changing up my lights here, guys, so things can be seen a little bit better. That's not gonna work either, huh? Let's see. Well, I'm just not gonna get good lighting here. I'm gonna have to purchase something to get a little better lighting. And then, so far we're up 350 on oil. We've broken through the 60 level, fair value gap through the 60 level. Yeah, I'm gonna close this oil trade. That gets us a little, a good bit of our losses from yesterday back. Um, so kind of, I like that. Even if it does go down further, oil numbers are coming out this morning, so I don't really want to be in the trade during the announcement. Gold is still pushing up. We got a whole lot of liquidity built up down here on the downside. Um, so gonna be, I kind of want to be watching this for a lower high right now, where we're at right now, or we go and swipe the high and see what it does with that. Go ahead and get up in Discord. Ooh, hold up. What's going on? Yeah. Let me see if we break the. Hold on. Let me pull the volume down on this a little. Yeah, I've got the pre-market high knocked out. Uh, Marked out here. Kind of looking, see what we do with that. What about us coming down into these 3 minute fair value gap down here, and manipulate the range of the downside, and then go break the pre-market high. I've got what is my level on YM that I'm looking for today is 48,281. That'll be three deviations. Uh, if we go to 3.5, that's 48,566. So took a short on oil. Um, once we pulled back into this fair value gap that was made at 8 o'clock, uh, took a short on that. Got $348 on my evals, which got most of my losses back from yesterday on that trade. So I've got my evals on the right chart, my funded one of my fundeds on the left chart. So, and I would have stayed in the short on oil, but I know the oil numbers are coming out this morning, and I really don't want to be uh, in a trade when they come out if they haven't already come out. Can't remember what time oil numbers come out. Let's see. Wow. Today is Wednesday, right? What the fuck? Could have sworn the oil numbers came out on Wednesday. Maybe they already came out, but it should still be on the list to show the numbers. Huh. Okay, crude oil. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I really don't know if we're going to go down there though. I think now that we're back at all-time highs, and with the government shutdown more than likely going to be ending, we've had good economic news. We've got our rate cuts. Uh, I don't know if we go down from here. I think maybe we start our Santa Claus rally, and then maybe after the first of the year die off. But I'm not real sure that we go down anymore from here. I'll be willing to trade it if it shows it, but let's see, a 15 minute. Yeah, I mean, we do have that 15, and that again. I mean, I wouldn't mind for us to come in and tap even that 15-minute fair value gap again to the downside before breaking the pre-market highs. But I'm kind of looking at probably that one holding. We've already tapped the midline. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This may be one of those mornings where the 5 minute orb just breaks and just goes without coming back. Because I'm looking, yeah, because I've got my YM deviation set on the last 4 hour manipulation, which was when we broke the DRT low on Friday, and we we fair value gap through the two, and now we're grinding our way up to the three. But here lately, we've been holding the halves more than we've been holding the wholes. So 3.5 is up at 48,566. If we break through the three at 48,281, which is, I mean, that's only 130 points away. So, if we're going to have a normal move to the upside today, then we should be looking at probably 3.5 up at 566. If we reject and reverse off the three, say a 15-minute fair value gap gets inverted, then yeah, maybe we do come back and have a bigger pullback into the 4 hour fair value gap that was made by yesterday's huge up candle. So the bottom of that 15-minute fair value gap is 108. That's 50 points away. So I am going to go ahead and start, since we're 50 points away, I'm going to start along with two contracts. That gives me way plenty of room. Uh, let's look to get back. I mean, I can risk that 15-minute fair value gap and still only be risking $50. And that's also the midline of that fair value gap. The 15-minute 21 just broke above the midpoint of that fair value gap. So that's looking pretty good. Um, I mean, we're kind of running parallel to the 15-minute 200 right now. So I'm not sure I would call it extension since we're kind of running parallel to it. If we do get up there to 452, that's going to be above the three, running to the 3.5. That'll be our profit. Well, and we won't need to get that far up because if we do start showing an upwards movement, I can add to the trade and make my 300 quicker. Okay, yep, that's set at 300. Good. So I don't have to worry about that. And I can just add as much as I want, not worry about going over $300. Oh, and yesterday's value area high is down at the bottom of this 30-minute candle. We have a 30-minute fair value gap there as well. So yeah, I think we're good. So I'll risk the bottom candle of the fair value gap, uh, and that'll also put us below session VWAP for 76, $78. Hit a lower high on the 5-minute in gold so far. Nice swing, lower swing high. Looking for that to come back down. Got a lot of low resistance liquidity on the 5-minute chart on gold. To the downside. So let's go back to the 2-minute. Ooh, that's a push. That was a push. That's a break of the pre-market high right before the open. give away anything during the open, so I can shut them down. All right, we'll watch the 5 minute on the open. We already have a 5 minute gap if it holds. Nope. It's going to come right back down and not give us a gap through price structure. Or maybe it will. Oh, Discord, where's Chris? Uh, Discord, where you at? There we go. Yeah. Uh, hmm. Yeah, well, I'm wondering if we get, looking to see if we get double manipulation. Just kind of take out all the shorts there, come down, take out all the longs, and then head back to the upside. Yeah, we are open. Yeah, it may do. It still may very well do that. So, oh, that's not what I wanted to close. Give me that back. Move that back over. No, not at all. I'm just looking at yesterday's value area high again. Um, oh, really? Even on Discord? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a delay. It's about a 30-second. We know where the 5-minute low is going to be. Yeah, about a 30-second delay on YouTube. So that's why I decided to go back into Discord because there's no delay there. I appreciate you watching on YouTube, though. All right, switch over to the 1 minute. We have our we have our high. I know you're looking for a trade, but if you could, I can ask again later. But this is where I'm a little more wondering because we have a 1 minute fair value gap that's going to close outside, or do you have to wait for another fair value gap to be formed? Okay. I didn't remember him ever going over that. Right, right. Make sure if we do, so we did close above, so you'd want to see the next candle at close above. Yeah, I, yeah, I agree. I agree. Right. Yeah. That's half, almost two-thirds of my profit target. Um, so the 1 minute 9 EMA is at 277. If we pull back to there or not, I may not even have. I may be able to get my 300 just off of two micros in this account. Then I'll switch over to my other account uh, to look for the pullback and trade long again. So we've just blasted through so far. The 30-minute candle just blasted through the three deviation. The 3.5 is up at 566. I'm going to go ahead and add one contract here in case we don't come back any further. That's going to get my profit target a little bit closer. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and add another one. Now I'm in four. That puts my average entry price right at New York VWAP. And my target profit is only about 30 points away. Add add one more. So my profit target is now only about 10 points away. All right, profit target hit on first funded account. That's $300 on the day. Moving over to the next funded account, and I'll go back to my 2 minute chart and be looking for our pullback to VWAP to go higher or the 9 EMA to go higher. Uh, Gold trade. Am I still in a gold trade? It take me out. Oh fuck! It took me out. Okay, that's fine. That's in the leap competition. Uh, where the hell? Where is his? I'm still watching, still listening to him. Where the fuck did his stream go? There's that. There's that one. Oh fuck me. Okay, Chris is taking his mom to the doctor. Just want to make sure he wasn't trading without us. Oh, there he is. I got him up on my browser. Okay. I'm watching Real Deal Futures. Zach. He gives away uh, he gives away top one futures accounts. So our balance on the other futures account is 50,856. So that's good. That's $856 profit for the week so far. See if we can't get our pullback here on the 2 minute. We have a fair value gap, 2 minute fair value gap through the 5 minute range. So what I'd really like to see is just some consolidation here, um, and let the EMA and VWAP catch up to price, especially so your trade doesn't get taken out and keeps going. All right. Locking in $200 on this trade. I think if we get a pullback, we can wait and see what the market does. If we don't, just push straight to the deviation at this point. Um, we can wait and catch another trade to get the extra $100. Actually, I'm going to pull down to the body, see if we get a rebalance here, or if we just gonna push straight up after this 2-minute candle closes. Looks like we're going to lock in 181. All right, I'll take that. Um, and then we'll wait and see because we're getting really close to that 3.5 deviation mark. We may get a larger pullback here, maybe back to VWAP, um, or back to the top of the 15-minute breakout. There's there's a rebalance of the fair value gap back close to the 2-minute 9. We're at the 10 o'clock hour, so the 10 o'clock reversal could be in play here. Pushing up to that 3 deviation would probably be good, a good deal for the initial balance, and then come back to the first 15-minute gap, which would be about midline of the initial balance. We still don't have a whole lot of volume up here. The point of control on the volume profile is still all the way down at the open. So that was where the majority of the contracts were traded, which obviously kicked off this nice, good push to the upside. Um, but kind of need to start seeing that point of control uh, move a little bit. I mean, this is the third really big push up day on YM. So, where is that pullback? on the higher time frames going to be, right? Um, I mean, that's just a huge vertical move over the last 2 days, right? Comparative to the 4 hour candles. I mean, well, I'm not in a trade, so let's just take a look at it, right? Uh, let's pop this full screen and go to the 4 hour. I mean, compared to, everything else, even the up moves into the all-time highs. I mean, this 2 days has just been huge so far. Now, can we go higher? Absolutely. You know, but when do we get a pullback from this, right? I mean, that's just huge. Um, and we need to go ahead and put on our quad here because we've made another high here, and we kind of need to see, what's going on with that, right? Now on the 15, we broke out. Uh, we've kind of stalled up here right around the 500s, 48 fives. Um, those big round numbers are always uh, good areas for something to happen. So do we crack, above it today and hold it, or do, you know, at the 10 o'clock hour we start reversing from there? Um, I don't know. I, I just don't know, right? We're gonna have to wait and see. We do have a new dealing range. We are on buy side, obviously. Um, so let's see what happens from there. Because when you're looking at the 15 minute, that's one, two, and this is our third push up on the 15-minute market maker model, right? Do we start to pull back from here and come back to the 25, or even come back and get back down to uh, the 50%, right? Um, certainly not today. That's a 1,000 point move. I don't see that happening. The market's very bullish. Um, but now that we've broken all-time highs again, we should expect a pullback of some kind. Um, we just have to wait and see when that pullback starts to happen, right? But absolutely beautiful, beautiful price action to trade off the morning. Um, you know, we're still really close to that 3.5 deviation. I'd really like to see us at least push up to that. Uh, get a little pause in the market here and push up to that five, that 3.5 deviation or further. I mean, if we can get to four, I mean, it'd be a beautiful, beautiful update. Uh, but I'm not real sure about that. I think we've inverted that. Yeah, we've inverted that 2 minute gap there. So let's see, if the 15-minute orb high holds, and we get back above the 9, that's definitely tradable up to the 3.5 deviation. We are coming back down to the value area high for the morning. So let's see, do we have a failed auction and come back into value area? Uh, or does value area hold? Okay. So there's a break back inside. Now that's 4 hours. Let's go back to the 15-minute there. All right, So we haven't quite got, we're retesting value area high now, which would be also be a rebalance after making a 15-minute fair value gap, which should also be a pretty strong level. So I'm gonna buy one contract here, and which I mean I can have super tight stop of 16 bucks. Um, in fact, I'll pull it down below this 2-hour order block, which is right at New York VWAP right now. Um, Actually, no, I can wait to see if we get down there. If we break back below the 15-minute order, um, and we're right at the 2-minute 21 now, um, then, I can see what happens when we get to New York VWAP, right? So I want to keep my stop as tight as possible. I want to see that 15-minute order hold and value area high for the day hold. So basically, we're looking for a 21 MA hold here at the top of the 15-minute orb. Do need to get back above the 9, but this is, pretty much an expected pullback, I would say. A good spot on a bullish morning to get back into a long trade on a pullback at these levels. And I only started this position with 1 micro. Um, so that if we did fail the opening range, um, then we could definitely, keep our stop loss very small. Uh, want to see us get back above this 9 EMA. So we've got about 100 points up to uh, the 3.5 deviation now. We definitely need to get back above the 9 EMA before we can start adding to the trade here. I mean, that was a pretty strong push. We could sit up here and consolidate for a little while. Uh, yeah, but it wasn't an immediate rebalance because the 15-minute candle did not close back higher than the previous 15-minute candle. So, this could fail here, uh, or we could just be pulling back into the first 15-minute fair value gap, right? Uh, because the 15-minute nine is about at the midline of that first 15-minute fair value gap. I would certainly, if we lose this one, I would certainly be looking for longs if we get back into that first 15-minute fair value gap, right? Yeah, I would have liked to have seen, pretty much an immediate pushback above the 2-minute nine here. So I think we're going to get stopped out on this trade. Uh, uh, it's looking more like a 9 and 21 hold from the downside for us to push further down. And again, you know, I said, oh, damn, gold just exploded. I missed that one in the leap. Um, yeah, I think we may pull that back down in that 15-minute fair value gap, uh, which should be a break back inside uh, the 15 or the 15-minute orb and possibly even, I think, the 5-minute orb trade. So, or we come down and we come back down inside the 15 and just hold VWAP and then go back up. So, either way, I'm just risking, 1250 here, and we'll wait and see what happens if we when we get down to the New York VWAP and the next fair value gap on the 2-minute. That's a pretty strong move. Let's see if this inverted fair value gap holds or if we can get back through it. Yeah, I'm gonna pull my stop up to break even here. Maybe risk like $1 here. Get back below the 2-minute 21. If we get back and close back above this inverted gap, then I'm looking to add to the trade. That's a rebalance of the inverted. No close above it yet. Midline of that inverted did hold. So we started off around 141. So we're up about 400 points on the day. Yeah, definitely want to, don't want to see a lower high now that we've had to pull back. I want to see us break that previous high. I am at break even now. Um, since we broke it back above the 21 and the 9, I want to see it hold. I don't want to see it fail a second time. If it does, then we may have to just wait a little while, wait for the 1 hour initial balance to form, which is another, 8.5 minutes, uh, and see what we do from there. Yeah, looks like we could very well get another pushback below the 9 and 21. Okay, cool. We lost 50 cents on that with the commissions. Um, so we'll just hang tight and wait for the initial 1 hour initial balance to come in, and see, what we do with that. I'm going to take the 5 minute orb because right now the 15-minute orb is pretty much where we want to be. And then we'll pull this up, and that'll be the 1 hour initial balance high up there at 48,528. See if we can manipulate further down, out of this range down to VWAP. Good morning. Not as bad as it was yesterday. So let's put our mini quads on this move, for the day, and see, you know, where we're going to be holding at. We are at the 25%, and we are holding that 25% line at the moment. Yeah, I didn't take it out till 6 o'clock this morning. About about ready to go over and start pulling it. We're up $475 on the day. I ate two of your eggs. Yeah, I might get those from BJ's. Get the big box. Get the big box from BJ's. It's got like two or three flats in it. Yeah, just have to make room in the fridge. Well, you said not to order them because you might get them at CVS. Okay. Well, I'll go down to Walmart and BJ's and Lowe's today. I don't have to take any more trades. I'm kind of looking to get uh see if I can't get that extra $125 because I try to make $300 on each account. I'm up 300 on one account. I got to trade for 175 on this account. I'm still 125 short from what I'm trying to make. But if I don't get a really good setup, I'm not going to trade anymore. I'll just take the 175. I got a pretty good range here. See what happens down at New York VWAP if we break down to it. Hmm. We're definitely holding that 25% level pretty hard. So uh, coming up on 10:30. So we'll see if we go start uh, heading towards initial balance high here. Yeah, even if we do break it, I'm not so sure that we go too far above it before we come back down into the initial balance for the day because I mean we do have about a $400 400 point initial balance already made here. We are back inside value area high. We can still come down and test this first 15-minute fair value gap as well. So VWAP is at 392, 393, Yeah, 392 does not get us into that first 15-minute fair value gap. Um, so we would have to break below New York VWAP to get into that, and then see what happens when we get there. Oh, yeah, 390, yeah, 392. 392 is in the rebalance. Uh, Still inside the rebalance there. So well, that's a break below the range. This is manipulation, right? I think we could probably start another position at VWAP. Um, let's put in our high of day VWAP here and mark that as a session high. Well, actually, I set that as all-time high. Lock that in. I'm gonna go ahead and start another position here. Just going below VWAP for $18. See if this is manipulation below that range. Beating our head back up on the 15-minute opening range. Stop there. We are getting back close to that 15-minute fair value gap. We have rebalanced. Not quite complete rebalance there, but pretty damn close. That is the New York VWAP. We haven't come down to Globex VWAP yet. Um, Globex VWAP is down right around the 50% of the push up. What's up? Mm-hmm. Well, Globex, okay. Um, yeah, Globex VWAP is at 48,329, which is at the 50% line of this push up for the morning. So I took a couple of $20 losses at the 15-minute orb as I closed my trade out for 107 or $180, and then I took a small loss at coming back to the 15-minute orb that broke through. Took another small trade with a really tight stop at New York VWAP, which we broke through. So I'm down to 157 profit on this account. Still have my 300 locked in on the other account. So now, yeah, I'm looking for us to come down to this 50% line of the morning push up, which is the Globex VWAP, um, and see if we bounce back up from there, back up to initial balance high. The Globex VWAP, I've got, well, let me look at a higher time frame, make sure. Okay, it's lower than that. 48,290, but the 50% line of this push up is at 48,335. And that's also where the 15-minute 9 EMA is as well. Yeah. Um, well, the one thing I do when I add to a trade, I will move my stop up to my original stop amount. So if you risk, however much you risk per trade in dollars, when you add to a trade, I move my stop up to that original risk amount, okay, so that it doesn't double the risk on the trade. So yeah, that way, if you're locking in profits, um, and then you move your risk up, you should still be able to hold on to a little bit of those profits instead of giving more of it back. Yeah, right. Well, New York VWAP is at 380, and we're on the 15 minute. We bounced off that pretty good, but we still got 5 minutes left in uh, in the candle. So, um, and this is a rebalance um, after making a fair value gap. So we could push back up from here. Okay. All right. 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 Yeah. Yeah. I get it. Yeah. It's or trade management is probably one of the last things I was able to get a hold of, um, because it is kind of difficult. Um, I'd love to see this candle pull all the way back and close back above the 15-minute orb after touching New York VWAP. I don't know if we're going to get that, but it would be nice. Mm, right, right. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm a big proponent of adding to winners, especially on a extremely bullish or bearish day right off the open. Um, but I always move my stop up once I add to a trade, so I reduce my risk and don't give back as much profit as I typically would, and just leave it. And that's the thing, you just got to leave it there. One- Right. Yeah. So you moved your stop. Yeah. You moved your stop up after you added, but then you pulled it back down. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's it. Once you move your stop up to reduce your risk, you can't move it back down. Yeah. I mean, you can always get back into another trade. I know you don't typically take more than one trade a day, and even then, if you gave back, 50 bucks, then you still walk away with 150 on the day. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's yeah, you did everything right except once you moved your stop up, you moved it back down. That's yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, well, yeah. The retracement. Um, let's see. The retracement so far has been 166 points. The move up was right around 400, I believe. Yeah, 381. So we didn't quite we didn't quite pull back to the 50%, but right now New York VWAP is holding. Um, I would have liked to have seen this 15-minute candle close back above the 15-minute or high, uh, but it is a right now it is a more of a bottom wick than it is a body. So that's kind of uh, Uh, I moved it down here. There's really no good place for it that early in the morning. It's still a dark stream. Yeah, I'll figure that out at some point. Get it right. But, and the biggest thing is because I have the backlight from the window. It's it still doesn't really help. I mean, it's not bad right now, but I have to see. I wants the belly rubs. Wants the belly rubs. Just took your blanket. Yeah, there's when I was sitting that way, Missy was always in the stream, which I kind of like, but nah, I don't have that many people watching right now. Yeah, I'm watching it myself, so I'm watching me. Yeah, right? All right, so I'm starting another long position here, back above the 15-minute orb. See if we can't break the all-time view up and go back up to initial balance high at least. This will be the last trade I put in. If I lose this one, I'll just lock it in for the day. Because we got a color change off of New York VWAP. Uh, hey, darling. Okay. I got one more trade and then I'll take you outside. Yeah. Go lay down, baby. Bottom of that candle. Bottom of that candle's $18. So this candle goes red again, then I'll be out of the trade and lock it in for the day. Yeah. Yeah. At least below the 15-minute orb. There you go. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of volume. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of volume here at the all-time view up. It's a little bit of a fight there. Let's see if we can't pop through it. we went right off of that. Was it the 15 minute? No, that was a 2 minute. Uh, right off of that 2 minute fair value gap there that already held once. We're back above the 2 minute, 21 and the 9. Getting a pretty good strong candle to close above new all-time high VWAP there. See if we can hold it on this next 2 minute candle. There's another touch on the 21 and the 9, which are right together. They haven't crossed to the upside yet. Ooh. Yeah, that's a tough candle back down. There you go. All right, so mistake averted. Just don't make it again. There you go. That's a good thing. Yeah, like I said, this is my last trade, win or lose. Uh, I'll be a little over $100 on this account if I lose this trade, so I'm good with that. There's a little bit of a strong push down from uh, the all-time high VWAP, but we'll see. Um, Real Deal Futures is going to be giving away a straight to funded 50K for top one futures. So if you want to switch over to his YouTube channel, you just have to fill out the form, subscribe to his channel, like the stream, and then fill out the form. And he's only got like 75, he's only got like 100 people watching. So Real Deal Futures with Zach. Okay, I'm out of my trade. I'm done for the day. Lock it out at $140. So I'm locked out of both of my funded accounts. Let's switch over. Uh, Go back over here. I'm up to 629 on my evals. I'm going to go ahead and lock out of those as well for the rest of the day. So I am locked out of all my accounts. No more trading. Just a minute, baby. Good girl. Go lay down, baby. Hmm. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Right. Yeah. They don't word their stuff very well. Yeah. 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 Missy, go lay down, baby. You're not dressed yet, are you? Okay. I think she needs to go out, but I need to be here for this giveaway. Okay. If you win, you have to be present. Probably got to go poop. Oh, 6, 12, 18. It's $1,900 in my evals and 440 in my funded accounts. I didn't win the duck race. Good. Uh, mm, maybe. A little bit more time to work. Mm. Oh, mm. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be good. Good. Oof, still hot. Still hot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, good deal. I'm glad I gave you a chance to fix that. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, breaking all-time highs that strong. ES and NQ were selling off like crazy, so I mean, I would expect a pretty decent pullback from breaking the all-time highs in the YM anyway. But we didn't quite. We did. Yeah. We almost touched the 3.5. I mean, we didn't quite get there, but it was close enough to where I figured if it started to pull back, it might not make it back up there. Uh, but we just about touched the 3.5 deviation. Yeah, yeah, it is. I mean, you don't have to move as far to make your profit for the day. You lock it in a lot quicker. So, and then, you get your trailing a lot sooner too. Leave that trailing on past your third target and see how far it goes. Right. Yeah, no, I fully expected. Yeah, once I saw once I saw it blast through the three deviation, I kind of figured we were going to 3.5. Like I said, the last few months, the deviation measurements usually they hold the whole figures, but the last few months they've been going to the half figures, and we did that exactly today. Went right up to the 3.5 and just stalled out there. So we'll see if it moves further up in the afternoon, but that's that was pretty much my target for the day. Once we reach that, I'm not looking to do anything else. Yeah, I got 630 in all of the three of my evals, so that was $1,900, and then I got 300 in my one of my fundeds, which I lost 125 yesterday on both my fundeds. So I got that one back into profit, covered yesterday's losses, and got 150 in profit, um, 175, and then I'm, I came back down to 140 in my other funded, so I covered yesterday's losses with like $20 in profit on top of it. So I'm happy. I've done I've done really good so far in my fundeds for the last week of trading. So super happy with that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can nail down your discipline a lot faster than most people, so I don't see you having too much of a problem. You recognize your mistakes and you get them fixed pretty quick. Well, yeah, that's still faster than most people. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, you'll be at your first payout before long. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about getting there. You'll be there. Right. Right. There you go. There you go. Well, and considering you're working off of those $4.50 fucking evals, dude, that's crazy. Yeah. I mean, probably 99% of the people that bought those evals don't even have them anymore. Even if they got them to fund, they've probably blown them up by now. uh, right. Better to lose the $4.50 than 150, $155. There you go. Oh, yeah. That or both of you sit there together and trade as a team. She traded her account, you trade your accounts, and got two brains looking at the same charts. Always better. Uh, yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, what Oliver taught his kids at like 8 and 9 years old. Hmm. Right. Start young and never have to work for anybody else in your entire life. That'd be amazing. Hmm. Yeah. Well, and I mean, you'll be a bigger influence on that once you're able to quit your job and actually trade all day for a living, and you're growing your accounts and making more and more money. They'll see it, and then they'll start getting interested when they actually have to go out and get a job and see you sitting at a desk for an hour and a half a day making 10 times more than what they're making. So, it's just life. Yeah, yeah. That's just life. My mama taught me good my entire childhood, and I still screwed up till I was in my 30s. Right? Mhm. Mhm. Right? Uh, yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see how quickly you can get this. Well, not quickly, but I think it'll be a lot quicker than both of us expect that you get it built up to where you can actually quit your job. Yeah, yeah, It's- yeah. Then you just keep building from there. No, no, yeah, Exactly. Well, that's what I was telling Chris the other day to get him to understand. Think of it as any other business. You know, if you open a small business, are you going to make $1 million in your first year? No. You got to scale that crap up, You got to start making the little money and then take take your profits, but take your paychecks, but leave some profit in the business and then scale it up, and after a good year, you see that your business is going to survive, then you can start scaling it up from there. As long as you're getting your paycheck and being able to leave some profits in there, then you start scaling it up. And next thing you know, you got a $10 million a year business. Scale trading. You're scaling up from two to $300 a day in your first year or so, 6 months to a year. Then start scaling up. Heck, next thing you know, you got a $3,000 a day business going. But you got to take your time with it. So yeah, you're doing it exactly the right way. Yeah. And we're coming into the time of year that, yeah, we're coming into the time of year you don't want to scale up during the holidays. Wait till after the new year, and then when the first earnings season starts coming out, that's when you can start scaling up when we get the volatility back in the market. Because we might get a Santa rally and make all-time highs and everything before Christmas, but then probably the first of the year you'll start seeing some sell-offs and people start taking profits at the very first of the year, which is what they typically do because then they can cover those profits throughout the year uh, in tax stuff, but they don't want to take profits at the end of the year, and then you kind of let January and February roll through, and then in March the first earnings seasons comes up, and that's when the volatility gets back in the market, and you can trade, and start scaling up, and start making some good money. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I think it'll be a lot sooner than that. You're right. Exactly. hmm Absolutely agreed. Right. And I cooked Boston butt in the oven last night. That thing cooked from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 6 o'clock this morning. I'm pulling it apart now for pulled pork. Yeah, Boston butt for pulled pork. Yeah, it cooked for 15 hours. It's so good. Yeah. Uh, I cooked it at 275 until I went to bed last night. Then I turned it down to 225. So I cooked it at 275, and right before I went to bed, I wrapped it in foil and then turned it down to 225. Finished it off. It was so good. I don't have a smoker. Yeah, I love my smoker. It does. It just doesn't have the wood smoke flavor in it, but it's got the rub on it, which is tasty enough. So, Uh, hairs, haircuts. Wow. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Hmm. No, didn't need it. It's tender and juicy. It is wonderful. Yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, if I can just get him to concentrate on that $200 a day, he'll be doing all right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I was the same way. I was trading bigger accounts looking for that 1,000, 2,000 a day. And I'm like, shoot, I'm the same way as most people. Just give me multiple accounts. I'll hit that $200 a day, $300 a day, and I'm good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you take all of your profits from all your fundeds over there, right? To live. But I mean, how much of your funded accounts your sim fundeds do you get to take over to your live account? Is there a cap, or do they just let you take all your profits over? Right, right. But when they move you to live after your fifth payout, what do they allow you to move over to the live account from your Sin fundeds? Okay. Oh, really? Well, if if that's if that's what you want to do, then I would take your payouts that you're going to take and purchase straight to funded accounts with another company, um, that allows you to have multiple. There is one or two companies out there, I'll find out which ones they are, but that will allow you to have multiple live accounts because everybody's trying to get everybody into a live account, especially the good traders who are consistent. But there's a couple companies that will allow you to have multiple live accounts to copy trade with. Or, yeah, or, once you move into a live account, even if you don't have, you know, multiple accounts to copy trade, start scaling it up, but have some money behind you where you can go back in and like purchase uh, five straight to funded accounts. So then you can copy trade while making your payouts on those. But yeah, yeah, right, 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 right. So yeah, just yeah, yeah. Just go like, if you got your live account in Top Step, you take take enough payouts where you can go to Tradeify and get five 50K straight to fundeds and start copy trading those, and you're making payouts immediately on them, and you're able to copy trade like you want to. Trade your Top Step account so you either make a ton of money or blow it up. Take some payouts along the way. Right, right, exactly. I mean, once you go live with them and you got, let's just say you got 5,000 in there, yeah, start trading minis in that account, and then go buy five Tradeify 50K straight to fundeds and copy trade those for your $200 a day. Yeah, yeah, and he's on Apex. So I mean, Tradeify allows you five straight to funded accounts. I think Top One Futures allows you six uh, straight to funded accounts to copy trade. So it's just a cycle because they're all going to eventually move you to live from your straight to fundeds, and then again, you just start trading one mini and trade it that way. If it keeps growing, great. If you blow it up, you go back to five more straight to funded 50Ks. Yeah, yeah, no. Hmm. Yeah. If you Exactly, and then start moving some of that money from your live accounts into your own personal account. Because, I mean, for me personally, I would rather just trade my own personal account without all the rules. Take a payout when I want to, and don't worry about it. Just keep my discipline up, keep trading the right way, and grow that personal account. If I need to pay a bill or if I want to take a vacation, I can just pull the money out right away and go take the vacation. So, oh yeah, think it'll be in the freezer too long, but can't eat it all before it goes bad. So yeah. What's the lady's name that Brody's owner? What's Brody's owner's name? Okay. I'm gonna take her like a half pound for a couple of sandwiches. Who, me? Told Gilda I'm a mean person? There, Gilda's a mean person. Mm. 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 Mhm. Mm. 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 Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What did you do with
It
that?
ended up on my truck and I threw it away because I wasn't keeping meats on the truck.
To put stuff in the freezer. What's that? I just got 3 packages right now. What's another package a little bit bigger? What did you leave that good piece there for?
I'm still pulling.
That's the only thing left.
Yeah, means I'm almost done.
Too late. Still put that juice in there?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna let her chew on that bone?
Take this and just put a light covering over that before I put it in the bags. Yeah, she can have the bone. Those big bones like that aren't gonna shatter as much. Light, yeah, there you go. That'll work.
I'd stay on the bed. I'm not gonna do it on the bed. Wait for it.
Give me back.
Now this is one of the smaller bags. Here it is. Sure.
Yeah, just hold it to it. There. Seal it.
You have to stop it on your own.
It should stop all by itself.
You see it? That's what it is. It might stop on its own. Sure.
It should. There should be a button that says vacuum and seal. You just press that and it'll do it all by itself.
Why, I don't know if it's like
Well, if you put your glasses on so you could read it,
I can read it. That's big enough I can read.
is there one on there that says vacuum
Down here
and
I
seal?
can't read. This one says seal stop. External vac and vac. Dry and moist.
What's the other ones?
Dry and moist.
Oh,
I have never used them. I don't know what's
yeah. Use the moist. That'll do. That should do it
that
on
what
its
look
own.
like?
Well, this is moist. Like if you were doing crackers, you'd put dry. That way it won't crush the dry stuff. Moist, it'll pull all the air it can get out of it. But you got enough
I got
bags. Because
more.
that tub we're gonna leave out because that's what we're gonna be eating.
Put that over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Just hit the moist button
And
and
drop
see.
down.
Now just hit the moist button. See?
Then I can
No,
stop.
it'll do it all by itself. Yep.
Then I can stop. sealed by now.
Okay. Good stuff. It should do it by itself. But okay.
This is the cheaper version. This bag is right on your ankle.
Mm-hmm.
So push it down. Oops, that didn't seal very good.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. There just wasn't as much air in that bag as the last one, so it didn't need to go as long. That's it.
That's it.
Actually,
Mm.
let's do one more, and we'll take meal enough for like a sandwich or two. I told her I was cooking barbecue. She's like, "Oh, I love barbecue."
You gonna seal hers?
Yeah. I'm not going to take her none of our soup, none of our Tupperware.
So we just heat it in water.
Yeah. Just
Tell
boil
her
it,
how to do it.
boil
Show her
it,
how to do it.
boil the bag in water for 5 minutes, and cut it open.
Boil it. That all?
That's enough for 2 sandwiches.
Just fill up the corner a little bit. Just some of that.
Yeah, it's just holding up there above VWAP, between VWAP, session VWAP and New York VWAP. As they be breaking all-time highs, it may just consolidate all day, either that or pull back a little bit this evening, or go up a little bit more to actually hit the 3.5 deviation this afternoon. I wouldn't expect much more out of it though. No, no, I'm done. I got some stuff to do. I got to run to Walmart and Lowe's and wholesale warehouse. So getting done vacuum sealing some of this pork and getting the rest of it put in the fridge for to eat. Then I'm gonna shut it down and go do my chores. All right, man. Later.
Thank you for that phone. Why that thing up in the window? You missed it. Wait till you get ready to go, and then it's not eating time. You can chaw on that. Now we get a bigger one.
Unless you buy the whole damn shoulder, you ain't gonna get much bigger than that.
She says, what are you doing with my bed?
Don't worry, you go up.
What, should I put that blanket down for her to lay on? No meat on it, Daddy.
It'll break up a little bit. Slow cook.
It was pink that ate the corn pop, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he couldn't pass it. It wasn't swallowed the whole damn piece.
Slow cooked bones are like that. Chicken bones, you don't want to get them. You go fry that. It's better fat. Slow cooked bigger bones. Big pork bones, big beef bones. Big.
Do you throw these away?
Okay. Grocery list. You use all rubber stuff? No, all you got that's wax paper and parchment paper.
Well, parchment paper, one time they can get something out. That's what I thought I was getting the wax paper.
We've done this here in a while. We do it.
Uh,
We've done that here for a while, so we do it. But they come.
And the maintenance men will be coming around with them. When they do this. Oh, I didn't eat my food, fantastic.
I had to get rid of it to make room for four. I like a little celery chopped up in the
Uh,
I like a little celery chopped up in
I started to. I don't know, I just forgot about it after I got everything else together. And I'm in there. Mixed up, put nutrition up. See them guys always out there spraying the bushes, but they never spray the grass for weeds. Ain't nothing but damn clover out there. And when they mow so fast, half of the things don't get cut. I'm not in charge of the yard. Don't think we got it. And I don't know how many companies. Every management gets their own company that they want, so everybody else is fired off. They say we got janitors, I ain't seen them yet. We used to have like 3 or 4 black people. We'd always see 2 or 3 of them in the clubhouse cleaning all the time. I ain't never seen them, but I saw, what's her face? She was next door for her. I seen her in there a few times, but then she started hiring some help and things started coming up missing. I'm too old to do this by myself. I thought if you stayed sober, you probably could handle it. No, you can't do it and be as high as you are. They let her contract run out and they wouldn't do it.
Alright.
They said somebody was looking at the floor yesterday at that party, and like, gee, anybody cleaned this floor lately?
Woohoo.
Back up there, give us a call.
I made $18.
Huh?
So that made $18. I put out a link on all my YouTubes for Top One Futures, the account, the company I trade with. So if somebody buys an account with my link, I get paid for it. I've had 10 clicks on the link
and someone actually bought an account, so I get $18.
Does it go into your bank?
It stays in this account till I withdraw it, then it'll go to the bank. But I'm not gonna withdraw just $18. Let it sit there until it grows a little bit. If I can't get some conversions, because that's how a lot of YouTubers make money is just with the affiliate links. Like all those cooking people you watch, they'll tell you to buy something from the link in their YouTube. They get paid for it.
Just they'll say, we'll put it in the link and the information.
Yeah. All those links they put.
So what it was that he bought?
An account from Top One Feature.
And that's what?
It's what I trade, my trading account.
Sure, you follow trading.
Yeah, that's the only thing I sell. But see, all those other people, like, they become an affiliate with Amazon. So all of their links direct you to the product on Amazon. When you buy the product, Amazon will give them a portion of the sale price. So the
Yeah,
more.
that guy that does Jerry Lewis for the villages, he's always saying something about Amazon and mention me and Amazon, and it helps me out.
Like my accounts, I bought in with a YouTuber's link that I like and that I want to support. So he gets paid for the accounts that I buy from Top One. But now that I'm an actual affiliate, it's the great part. I can buy my accounts if I buy more accounts. I can buy my accounts with my link. So I not only get whatever discount they're giving, I get the $18 from my link as well. Took them about a week to set up to approve these for affiliate.
Is there any way that you can go in there and change our pay date on Xfinity?
Probably have to call them. I don't think you can do it online.
It comes in on the first of the month. I have to make sure there's money in that Xfinity. I'd rather do it first of the month so I know it's paid and done.
At least after the third.
It can be on the third.
You'll have to call them.
Keep a close count on it. I think that your insurance is supposed to come out. When does the car insurance come out? Jobs to look at that. Insured. I look at my balance and then I still got 2 accounts to come out yet.
The tax you got.
One more monthly. It's wait for the first.
I think they'll need it more. I don't think we're gonna get that.
I don't think we did. I think we got enough to survive.
Yeah.
I stuff to buy next Tuesday when I need it. Eventually use it.
Need the pencil.
I got, you know, if I was I didn't even know my insurance.
bread, cough drops.
I had enough on my car to get that.
Cheese, sandwich, cheese.
Another big pack, so we have to buy it. I'll need tomorrow, 11. That was probably want a haircut this afternoon. Probably at the, no. Then I can put on in application.
Not right now. Between walking Brody till she gets on a cane, for Walker, yeah, that's at least $140 a week. And I'm doing good on my trading, on my funded accounts, so. Keep that up, I'll be able to take a payoff, $1,000 payoff from that before too long.
Maybe when you have that dental work done. But you've been carrying that one that needed a root canal for a long time.
Well, she said it was 50-50 whether I need one or not. It's only flared up once in like the last 5 years.
Yeah. But see, I've already had a root canal done. What do they do? Do another root canal on it? I thought that flared
Well,
up again and it don't go
I was
down.
gonna say, then they didn't do the root canal right, because the root canal is supposed to kill the nerves.
I had an infection in it. But see, my gums are receiving off a lot of my crowns. I really have to brush and stuff. Really
yeah, but I mean, a root canal, when they do it, they drill down into the nerve, and you should never have any pain there again.
I didn't have any pain even when I had the infection. It's just that it got something down in there, caused infection and swelled up. But it went away.
Yeah.
I said, as long as I'm not having a problem with it, if I do and can't cure it, I'll have it closed.
Any infection in the body's going to end up taking care of the infection.
Yeah. I'm not going to have any more
Get back.
I'll just,
Go.
that guy wanted like
Go lay down.
3,300 or something to do it,
yeah.
and no guarantee. And it cost me almost $200 to have him look at it.
Yeah.
Since then, I've had no problem with it, no more infection in it. That's been over 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm 80 years old. I'm not going to invest a bunch of money in my damn teeth. I'll never live long enough to enjoy them. Even Shell, you ready for dentures now? Just shut your mouth. Well, I'm just saying. You sit here at 67 years and pay thousands of dollars for your inline, whatever things you got.
Basic, go lay down. Because I'm putting on my shoes, don't mean you gotta jump up like you're going somewhere.
And she's got like a space between that tooth and the Shell's daughter.
Yeah.
It makes it look like there's a cavity. I asked her one time, I said, have you got a cavity in that tooth? She said, no, Mom, that's just a space. Okay. But like in the front of her teeth, not the very front, side front. bone in the refrigerator
Okay.
in a Ziploc. I'm gonna have to sell it tonight.
Hmm.
I get one.
Hmm.
Not that anybody sees it.
Okay.
Oh. They make twin mattresses that actually fit the sheet. Sheet fit the mattress.
Hmm. There's so many different size mattresses these days that you almost can't.
The sheets are making such deep pockets now.
Yeah, 'cause
You
they
can't
make,
even find the old fashioned sheet, for a mattress that was 30 years ago.
yeah, that's what I said. Back then they had made all the mattresses the same
That's
size.
more narrow than a regular twin, I think.
Now you got 3 inch, 4 inch, 8 inch, 10 inch
Bones.
mattresses.
Yeah.
Can't make just a standard sheet anymore.
A new set of knives. I need to sharpen some of them.
Yeah, I sharpened one the other day for cutting sausage. Pretty sharp now. Just sharpen them. So let's see. Total altogether, got 850 in that one. Got 300 in that one. So in the last week, total on both of my funded accounts, I've made $1,150 in 1 week. Actually, not quite a full week. I started trading on Friday, just funded. So 4 days. Got one more day to consider it a week. One of my evaluations about a third of the way to passing. The problem with the evaluations is $149 to activate it into a funded account.
Mm.
That's why when they put those funded accounts up to 179, like I gotta get them because these evaluations,
Yeah.
the evaluations cost me 40 something, then I gotta pay 150 to activate it, so it's a $200 account.
Yeah.
And I gotta pass the evaluation first. When it's straight to funded, I pay 180 and it's automatically funded.
Well, once you get it funded, it'd be worth it.
Yeah, I mean, once I pass the eval, it's worth the $149 to add it, have a third funded account there. I've got 3 evaluations. but only one of them is, and then two of them are in profit. One's like $20 below its original balance. Because I've been focusing more on my funded accounts than I have my valuations. But that guy that does the duck races, that gives out accounts, a lot of times he gives out the straight to funded accounts. And there's only like 75 people in the duck race. So you got really good odds. And I always see my duck getting up there, but he gets up there too early. Because it's always the duck in the back that comes back and comes up and wins. You might.
You know, Chad's an ordained minister. He can marry people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He won't play poker because he don't gamble with money. He was playing with us when we were just playing for fun. He wants to get married so bad. I think that girl's playing him around. Just can't see it. About this time last year at Halloween, she broke up with him.
Yeah.
And then she had a guy from up north come down and live with her. Well, he was here all winter. And come summertime, he went back north. Then she got back with Chad.
Oh.
She loved the party. He's taking her on trips and everything. But his lease was coming up. His lease was running out. She knew it. She never offered to let him move in with her. I keep holding out thinking she's going to mention something. I said, well, don't you mention it. It's her house. You might get your feelings hurt. Well, I'm not. She didn't mention it, and he had to renew his lease. You're holding out for something that ain't going to happen. I think if he pushed the issue, she'd say no.
Well, I mean, if he's looking for a woman to marry, you got to push it at some point and figure out if it's ever going to get there.
I mean, they just got back together, you know, so like.
Back.
Well, yeah, she got back with him after her boyfriend left. And I said, is he going to be coming back this winter? And you going to be on the house again?
Why the hell did you take her back to begin with?
Exactly, I would never. She's just a good time Charlie. I really love her.
So this is what I don't get. Statement of why. If you are a religious person and you want to live your life according to God's word, if the other person in the relationship isn't going to fight for it as hard as you are, then that's not a godly relationship. That's what I keep telling Lance. You can do whatever you want to do, Lance.
Lance is a sucker with women.
She's not a godly person. She's never going to fight for it like you want to. So therefore, it's a relationship that God doesn't look favorably on. And you don't need to stay in it.
Didn't let him stay there for so long when the kids were younger. And then as they got older, now she's not showing a good respect for her kids to let him live there. But yet he's there 2 or 3 nights a week, still. And then did all that work for her in the yard. We've done her bathroom, we did her bathrooms and stuff. But what? You don't own it? You don't pay for it? Well, you're paying for it dearly. Takes her on all these trips and takes the kids. Even took her to see her step children that are grown that don't come to see her. And son, her stepson, come here at Shelley's to visit him while he's here from Pensacola, paid his flight from Pensacola to here, and didn't even tell Shelley he was coming. And he's only doing it for favors to her. I know he's doing it for her. Spending money. Talks about now his 401k and how he's trying to get it built back up. And if you can't build it up, you keep taking it out.
Yeah.
And even Greg tried to tell him, don't buy that piece of property in that camping ground. You can't even stay there all year.